Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to Let's Play Minecraft, Episode 1. We are on the latest version, 26.2, and you guys have voted for the name of the seed. So we'll just call it Let's Play Minecraft, and then we'll just say 26.2. We'll go into the world seed, and the seed is going to be Robot Vacuum. Okay. Let's see what we get. I actually have no idea what this seed is. I didn't test any of the seeds like from this poll. I literally just thought of things relevant to my channel, and I was like, hey, let's do these as the seeds. I probably want to also make this not, yeah, let's do 240 frames per second, not 10. We're using the new Vulkan rendering engine too in the latest version of the game, so it looks a little like gray far away, but like I'm okay with it. I can't zoom in, and I don't have dynamic lights. But I am kind of excited to see what this world holds. And also, I need to do something right off the bat. I've done like over a year of just straight hardcore Let's Plays. So I really have to do this. And I just need to get it out of the way as soon as possible. So let's just go ahead and do it. I know this seems silly, but after you play hardcore for so long. Ah, that's nice. That's nice. We do have the rendering distance set as high as it'll go, and even then, we're still getting so much FPS. But it does, you see what I mean? There's like a fog on the world. It's a little odd. But I gotta say, this is an interesting seed so far. I do like that it's not just a big flat plains. And, I mean, we're gonna do the thing. I mean, obviously, that's what everyone's always doing. But if you guys don't know who I am, my name is the NeoCubist on YouTube. You can call me Lee, you can call me Neo, you can call me really whatever you want. I don't do a whole lot of editing. I don't film the things that I think are really boring to watch, but I like to think that you're sitting next to a friend watching them play Minecraft, if that makes sense. And then if you guys want like the numerical seed, we'll do /seed, and I'll read it out for those of you who may be visually impaired or something. It's -91779425. Again, -91779425. So if you want to use this seed, I think you could technically use it on Java. I just think it might be, sorry, on Bedrock Minecraft. I think just like structures and things might be a little bit off. I feel like for a while you could use like seeds between versions, but I can't remember if that like changed or something. I mean, chances are things did change, but I'm really not sure. I haven't played. Okay, we don't need that. We may just want to get like a sword actually. I'm not super concerned about like dying or anything because, I mean, if we die, it's okay. We'll leave our first crafting table down. You know what? We'll even decorate it with a button, and I don't think that makes. Sure. You know what? We'll decorate it with a button and a pressure plate. Our first crafting table. You know, maybe this should just be the thumbnail. That way, there's no like there's no clickbait with this. If this is what you think the series is, that probably won't be the thumbnail. I gotta put it a little bit more effort for that. But yeah, I recently had a child, so I have a 9-month-old at home, which is really awesome. Amazing wife, 3 cats, Freya, Loki, and Odie, and then we have a dog named Hazel, a big old golden retriever. She's super sweet. So yeah, I mean, I have a pretty full life, which is like a good thing. Makes me very happy. And yeah, so the only reason I think that my videos are like you're sitting next to a friend watching them play and listening to them basically yap is because that's what I've heard from that's just what I've heard from a bunch of people. I don't necessarily think that that's like true, and that's not what I set out to do, but it's just kind of the content that I ended up making at some point. Okay, so let's just get a few more trees, but I feel like I've probably gotten enough on camera. I'm going to get this wooden axe worth of spruce trees, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out exactly, I guess, like where my world spawn is, and also why is there just one? There hasn't been an Enderman here yet, surely, right? And the reason the seed is Robot Vacuum is I talk about the fact that I have a Robot Vacuum a lot, not because I'm like proud of it and I love that I have a Robot Vacuum. Also, I should put my stuff in a chest so I don't have to go pick it up. But because I always apologize because I'm afraid it's going to like come through on the mic, and it literally never does. Like no one ever hears it. Some people with like really nice headphones say I can kind of hear it if I really listen for it. So it's just kind of an inside joke, I guess, or something like that. Okay, we can't put it there. We'll put our stuff up right here just so that we don't like you know, lose anything. I don't know what we would lose, but let's die, because I want to make a nice world spawn, because it's kind of a big deal. Like, this is something that you're going to be able to go back to your world spawn quite a bit. And I'm really taking advantage of the fact that you can respawn. I really love it. Okay, so, like, around here, like, this is where I spawned this time. I'm going to, like, just grab a couple of blocks of dirt, and I'll just put... It's not exactly the same every time, but I'm going to see how far away from that dirt pillar we spawn. So within the first 10 minutes of the episode, I've already died, like, I don't know how many times this is, but it's for good reason. I want to know exactly where my world spawn is, or around. Okay, yeah, so it's like really close to this. Okay, cool. So I'm going to keep clearing out these trees. I might make another wooden axe, so you might miss a whole lot. You might miss just a whole ton. I might make another wooden axe, but, you know, that's pretty much all I'm going to do for now. I don't know. I want to have a nice looking world spawn, and I don't know why. It feels like the right thing to do in the moment, so we're going to do it. Dang it. We're going to do it. All right. Catch you guys in a bit. Okay. I think I've cleared enough trees. I think, right? So this is our spawn point. We'll just put a block there. Let's go grab some stone. We have, you know, 64 plus 9 wood. I mean, it's a pretty good amount of wood, right? A pretty good amount of wood. So I'm not going to, like, rush anything. I mean, I think you guys, I feel like most of you know this about me, but I know there's going to be people who find me from this video. I'm not going to rush to beat the game. I'm literally just going to play Minecraft and have fun. I really enjoy the game. I started playing this game in 2010, if you can believe it or not. So you could say that I've played it for 16 years. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. I'm 27 years old, so I started playing when I was 11. That sounds about right. 11 or 12, something like that. I really couldn't tell you the exact... Okay, but I will say that although in the last series we did like a hardcore through the ages thing, and it was really unfortunate. We died from a drowned because I went to go make my wife a bottle so he could give it to our son, and then he just... I guess really needed me, and I just left my game. So that was that. We'll at least make a stone pickaxe. I don't really mind for the wood, but I feel like for like cobblestone in particular, it's like super slow. A blue egg. I assume that's just from a chicken in this environment. I don't think that that's something, you know, and there's stuff we could do. Maybe we'll try to get most of the achievements. I don't know how willing I am to get the achievement where you get all the potion effects at once. I've seen people try to do that on YouTube, and I'm just like, I do not think that I could ever do that. Like, I legitimately don't think that that's possible. But yeah, I'm testing out the new, like, Vulkan rendering engine, which is experimental, but it performs very well. I'm noticing, like, the light around these blocks when I break them is a little weird. I don't know exactly how this works, but you can't see through blocks anymore, which is, I guess, a good thing or a bad... Oh, no. Is it becoming dark? Okay, maybe we should quit yapping. Let's see if we can find... Can we find a sheep? I see a bee, which is great. That's great. Is there a sheep? But I guess I would need to find 3 of them, and I have to kill all of them, which is not preferable. I mean, I don't want to really, like, just go on a big sheep murder spree, but... I would rather sleep than deal with a bunch of mobs. These are all different colors. I don't know what's over this hill, but that looks beautiful. Nice, big, old-growth spruce taiga. Okay, there's 3 of them here. I'm very sorry, guys. I don't want to do this. I really don't. I promise this is not enjoyable. But I need to sleep, man. I'm very, very tired. I'm very, very tired. I got to take a big nap. Yeah, and it's crazy because we need to like actually like think about our respawn point and stuff, you know, for in a hardcore like thing. Like, yeah, sleeping is nice just to like sleep and skip it. I've died 3 times. But yeah, in hardcore, you know, you just skip the night with your bed, but you don't actually respawn anywhere, right? You just because you lose the world. I gotta say, this is really pretty off the rip, though. I like this. I was worried it was gonna be a very mid seed, but so far I like it. You know, hopefully we'll find at least a double dungeon underground. That would be pretty nice, dude. That'd be pretty nice. We'll see. We have very good luck with dungeons. Very, very good luck with dungeons. So yeah. And in the newest versions of the game, like there's so much stuff I think to look at. I know the baby animals are new. There is the sulfur caves, so we have that in our update, so I want to go find one of those. I think that'd just be really cool. And other than that, I'm not really sure. I'm going to pick up the chest. Actually, you know, we'll leave the chest here. We'll leave it with a little bit of starting wood. just in case, because I know I've gotten myself, I've gotten myself in situations before where I was like, dang, I really wish I had something in here. So we'll just donate a tad bit of our materials, and we'll just build like a decent looking like world spawn thing here. It doesn't need to be anything crazy fancy. Maybe we'll just do something like this. I'll like cut out a portion of the world like this. I just need to decide how big around this spawn point. And I know the spawn point isn't exact, right? It's like in a radius around here, so I'm just trying to make it big enough to like actually work. And then like over to here, and then maybe to like here, and then we'll start going back over. Okay, so I'm going to cut out this piece of the earth. I'm probably going to get a couple of stone shovels. I probably like, I'd say that probably is enough, but it might honestly not be. And then we'll put this in here. You know what? If we ever want that, we'll also put the blue egg in there, and we'll put a mushroom just for the aesthetic, right? Just for the aesthetic. And then also, you know, it would be nice. We could cook up this mutton so we don't, you know, waste everything here. And I'm sorry, Mr. Button, but I'm going to have to move you to the other side. I'm very, very sorry. We will do some spruce smoked mutton. That sounds... I don't know if spruce wood in real life is good for like cooking food. I don't think that's usually a thing. But okay, yeah. I think you guys kind of get it. I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to make it flat to here like this. It's just going to take me a little bit of time, but we'll come back. It'll be worth it, and then we'll have a nice world spawn point. I bet you thought 4 shovels was excessive, right? But no, we're already halfway down with the 3rd, and about to be on the 4th. So I don't know necessarily if I'm gonna like go in here and like add like a floor material. I mean, maybe at some point, but I think for now what we're gonna do is just let grass grow in here, because I don't mind grass. I think it's a good looking material. But to my knowledge, I can't build like a roof over this area because I will just not spawn inside of it. I will spawn on top of it. That's why sometimes you like spawn in trees and things like that, just because it picks like a spawn point around your radius, or it picks a spawn point based on a radius around like that point, say, or something. I don't know what that exact point is, but it should be somewhere in here, I hope. I'm going to laugh if I test this thing out, which is going to mean I fall off the cliff again, and then I spawn outside of it. And if I do, I do, but I might just be a little bit, I might be a little upset. I might be just a little upset. But yeah, let me finish this up. I'll put like some fence around it or something. And then maybe like in the corner, I was thinking already, like I'd go over here and I'd do something like this. I don't know exactly why, but that's just what felt right in the moment. So that's what we're going to do. I don't want to use all my wood because I would rather, you know, like build a structure that's useful with it. But I will make quite a bit of it into fence. It's kind of painful when you don't have that much wood to make it into fence, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. That is probably enough fence, I hope. And then, yeah, we'll just cap this off with like that. And then, obviously, we're not going to leave this here. That's just there to mark the area. But we'll finish it on camera because it's really not that much more. Yeah, let's definitely, I'll definitely break this down. We don't want to have that there impeding our visibility. I do like this biome. I'm happy to not be in a plains. I feel like every other world I make pretty much is always like a plains biome, and it's just, I don't know, you just get sick of being in a plains biome, I guess. And a good way to look at things, like when you're in nature, not in real life, don't do this in real life, but like, let's just say like, okay, well, I'm trying to figure out like, what do I want to add to this area, right? Well, okay, let's clean it up, and let's add a little bit let's like clean up the visual clutter. Not that, you know, these things look bad. I think, you know, in a build that isn't something you're trying to go for, I think all this stuff is beautiful. I love having all these flowers around, and I love having all this stuff. But let's remove them for a moment. Let's use some of this dirt that we got, because we don't need the dirt. And also we can make this area a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit bigger in some aspects. Okay, so like over there, take all these flowers again, right? Take them up. I'm just giving you some advice, some unsolicited advice. I'm mansplaining my building process. But in reality, how I build is not unique. I just have a certain way of going about things. So I'm going to take off a little bit of visual clutter around here. So now you're like, okay, well, the area just looks like boring and plain now. But that's the whole point, right? Well, I'll get to the point in a second. The whole point is not to look boring and plain. Trust me. I'll get to the actual point in a second. So I'm going to have this fence here just so that whenever we spawn in, we don't need to worry about anything but, I guess, spiders trying to attack us. Because spiders can just easily, climb over a fence. But I'm not trying to build some, like, castle moat around this area. That's not the point of this. Yeah, and then I guess this will go over to here. Yeah, and then the only problem, whenever you have fence, right, and it, like, goes down in elevation, if there's a block, like, right here or something, like, look, so if this goes down to, like, here, right, and then let's say we had a block here, the mobs, I think, could just walk straight onto it. So you got to be careful and, like, kind of mold things back. But I'll get to why I broke those flowers in just a second. I swear to God, I wasn't just like messing with you. So we'll go like over to probably like here, I think is a good spot. Then we'll make sure and connect all the fences. Okay, cool. We didn't find any coal yet, so it's kind of hard to like light things up, but that'll be okay. We'll figure that out in a moment. I'll go ahead and expand this out a little bit since we have the room to do so, and I want to. So we'll fill this in. So this is kind of like our first base. I mean, it's not a base, but it's kind of like a first base, We also probably want to get that mutton out of there, but I want to finish what I was doing. Probably to like over here. Sure. That sounds good to me. And then in all the corners, what I'll do, there's no way I don't have enough fence. Ain't no way, dude. Ain't no way. Oh, well, I guess we could sleep so we don't have to deal with things. I don't want to test out my spider theory. I'd rather not test that out. If you guys are good with that, right? I hope you're good with that. I don't want to test that out. But you know what we can do? Let's get a yellow bed. Easy peasy. Off the rip. A little something. Take some yellow dye from the nature around you. And let's take a nice break and eat some food. Very yummy. Very delicious. Yeah, I mean, I could take from that, or I guess, I mean, I could always get more wood. It's not that big of a deal. I need those. I'm already taking my emergency supplies, and I know that I'm going to regret that. Like, I really will regret that at some point. We'll have, like, some fence gates or something. Dude, if CVS calls me one more time, I'm going to crash out. I get it, like, with the prescriptions. Is there a way I can go in the app and tell them to stop calling me, like, 5 times a day? I swear to God, they'll call me, like, 5 times a day. They're like, your prescription is ready. And then sometimes you'll go there and you try to pick it up, and they're like, actually, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You're an idiot. Get out of here. I feel like they're crazy, bro. And I know, like, they're always pretty busy and stuff. And probably it's, like, bad for them if they have a bunch of, like, prescriptions that just sit around. It's, like, clogging up their organizational efforts, I guess. I don't know, dude. But I'm going to go on all the corners here and just add, like, a little log or something. I don't know. Like, it's something you don't need to do, but something I'm going to do. Why did I get that out? That's the wrong tool. Oh, because I needed it. Why don't I just have all of them there? There we go. That makes... And then I pushed these out. I promise. We'll actually play here in a second. I don't know why I decided to do a project off the bat, but it felt like the right thing to do. Okay, and then do we have another log? We don't have another log. Let me go get a couple more pieces. That makes me so mad. All right. Everything's cleared out, even though that's not what... Now, I know that this log isn't in the corner, and that may bug some of you. It definitely bugs me. But it is what it is. And we'll get to the flowers in a second. I swear. Okay, now we're going to take our flowers, and we're just going to go around this whole thing, and we're just going to have flowers, okay? Now you're like, okay, well, how does that reduce visual clutter? And I'm not saying that it necessarily reduces visual clutter. What it does is add some uniformity to nature that's around here, okay? Some amount of uniformity. I'm not saying that, non-uniformity. What would that be? Unformity? I actually don't. What would that be? Oh, God. We got to fill this in, don't we? Yeah, we do. Non-uniformity. What is the word I'm looking for? Not uniform? I don't think non-uniformity is the right phrasing. I don't know. Well, I'm just going to fill this in because I want to, like, continue this pattern. At least on the lower parts. I'm not going to go around the thing on, like, the upper part because I feel like that'd be weird. We'll just go, like, over here. And we also don't have enough flowers to probably go all the way around. There we go. Is that right? Yeah. Cool. So now it looks like there's... you see what I'm saying, though? Yeah, it looks a little weird because they're not always centered on the blocks, but you can't change it. It's like predetermined per block or something like that. Okay. Well, now let's test it out. Let's put up our stuff. Also, you know, we've spent this long doing it. Let's go see if we can find a little bit of coal somewhere. I'm sure there is some somewhere around here. There wasn't over there. There might be over here. I keep trying to zoom in, but I can't. I think this might be a little bit of a cave. Let's go over to this section. But I got to say, this version of Minecraft is way, way more performant. It's just way more optimized than the versions I'm used to. That's lovely. I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want to commit to that level of caving just yet. But I gotta say that is looking nice. I see some right there. So you know what? We can go get this. Unless there's some just hiding over here. And it's not the end of the world if we fall and die. Like, that's kind of the whole point of survival. But I will say, yes, I know I have a shovel. I will say I'm not trying to get too deep into the weeds of it quite yet. Let's just get a little bit of coal right here and then dip out, and we'll call it good. We'll call it good. We don't even need that much. Just enough to make, like, I don't know, 12 torches, 16 torches, just so that it's not completely dark whenever we go there. I feel like that would be good. Did that coal go off the edge? Yeah, it's down there. That's okay. I'm trying to see if I see a sulfur cave down there. I don't like quite see one, but well, they might be a little bit more rare. And I don't know if it's like a biome, an underground biome. I assume that's what it is, right? So it's like, you know, there can be dripstone caves, there could be lush caves, there can be normal caves, like which are spaghetti caves. Then the giant cavernous caves, the things with the big like stalactites and stuff. But I don't know if like I don't know how it works, so we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to keep the torches in my offhand, at least for now, because there's no point. Because I literally, like, I don't have the dynamic lights of Optifine, and I don't know if we'll use Optifine anymore. I don't know if it'll update to use Vulkan. And Vulkan is so good that, like, Optifine is not really needed anymore. And a lot of people use Sodium for a while and stuff, but even I don't think Sodium is going to update to use Vulkan. Like, I don't know if it really can. And so we're in kind of a new era of like Minecraft and like performance mods. I think they've finally like taken a priority to actually optimizing, which is great. I mean, I'm happy to see it. I don't know where to put these. So we'll just put them down like this, just because there needs to be light in here, or otherwise mobs can spawn. And I feel like that would be silly. Are these aren't lined? No, these are lined up. Okay, then we'll make this one lined up. Okay. All right, let's go test it out. I should probably put those, you know, chest and furnace and things, the starting thing. Oh, no, these are disappearing. It's been like exactly 5 minutes. We literally saw them disappear. I don't necessarily think I need all of these saplings, but that's okay. We'll you know what? We'll leave that crafting table because it has some meaning, but we'll at least move this stuff. Or you know what? No, we could rebuild that. It's a pressure plate and a button. If I can't rebuild that, then what kind of Minecraft YouTuber am I? I can't. A button and a pressure plate. A button and a pressure plate. Pressure plate, button, crafting table. I can do this. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We are expert Minecraft YouTubers now. And then we'll do the furnace and the chest. So we'll just do it like this. Okay, cool. So we have this stuff. Now we just need to probably give, like I said, something in there to start with in case I ever get really, really bad. And then I'm going to build a separate chest because I don't want to like confuse my starting materials with my like actual stuff. So I'll put our actual stuff in here. Put all the tools in first. We got another blue egg, or no, we probably just picked that up again. What am I okay with losing? I'm okay with losing 2 brown mushrooms. Actually, I'm okay with losing these. I really like the wildflowers, like I do. I don't know what to do with them because there's so like you get so many of them and like you have to click 4 times if you want to put a full block's worth down. I guess it's nice for like texturing a build, you know, just like throwing down a couple like, you know, this or whatever. Like I see their place, but I don't know. Personally, they're a little aggravating to put down. Okay, where am I going to spawn? Oh, my torches. Bury me with my torches. Please tell me I spawn in here. Ain't no way, dude. Ain't no way. Maybe I should have tested. Maybe I should have tested the area a wee bit more before finalizing it, building all of it. Maybe I should have tested the area a little bit more. Well, at least let's see what's in here. Anything sulfur? I don't see any. Okay, so maybe the spawn area is a little bigger than I thought. maybe the spawn rate. Let's test it one more time for posterity. One more time. Or land in the water. No way. Dude, I'm telling you, diamonds are too easy to find now, dude. We already found diamonds. We don't need those, though. That's not the point. Okay, okay, I see it. I'm just gonna drown. I think that's the safest thing to do here. I don't want to get attacked by a warden. I'll see you guys when I die. Okay. It's almost... Okay. Alright, well... I mean, look, I built this thing centered around a spot that I spawned at twice that was, like, pretty close. But I guess that something didn't... I don't think I figured it out correctly. I think that's my problem. I'll put these starting tools in here. Again, this is not, like, the most important thing in the world to, like, get correct. It's really okay. We're just going to move on, and we're going to go explore, find a nice place to set up camp. I can't believe... but it's okay. It's okay. We still have fun building it, and that's something, right? So that's our starting area. We can always go in here, right, whenever we spawn in. I just wanted to spawn in and feel safe. So I think we're just going to pick a direction. I don't know why this is calling to me to go over here. And I see a cool looking like cave thing over there. I can't zoom in. I could zoom in like this. You see that cave over there that I'm looking at? I feel like that's nice. So we're going to go over to there. Maybe do a little bit of mining. Do we have very much wood? It always bugs me. The only part that I don't like about starting off is that my inventory is always horribly like organized. And yes, it bugs me too. Trust me, I like to have a clean inventory, as all of us aspire to have, but that's not always not always the case. I think for all of us who play the game, I think it's just one of those things. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Great early game food source. I don't see enough people get the salmon. Maybe okay, maybe that's why. There'd be like 5 swings. You know what? We have 1 salmon. Great early game food source. Do as I say, not as I do, and ignore all those other salmon. Not too concerned, like, if we starve and, like, die or whatever, like, we just respawn. I mean, I'd rather not do that, but I'm just saying, like, it's not that big of a deal. I want to find a spot that speaks to me that isn't super far away from our world spawn in case, like, we lose our bed or something. I don't really know, but I just want to find somewhere that speaks to me and I'm okay with living. I don't know if we'll ever find something as cool as we found in the hardcore Let's Play. But also we can probably go like as far as we want because we can always respawn. But we respawn at the world spawn point. I need to remember, I was going, okay, so northeast is the direction that I've chosen. I don't know what's over there. It looks like just like a dripstone cave or something. Since we're adventuring, let's grab a boat. I'll spend a long time finding a place to live. I'm not just going to settle just so that in the first episode I can build like a house, right? So I can get a thumbnail picture. If I'm just exploring the whole first episode, that's just going to be the whole episode. And you're going to see the crafting table as the picture. Maybe not. Maybe I do build a house and I don't want to show it off because it's just too unique, right? Too unique of a house. But I did do build tutorials for like 6 years. That was kind of my whole thing, was doing build tutorials. And I'm not saying that to say that I'm like a really good builder, but just that I have a lot of ideas for unique ways to approach a starter base, if that makes sense. Because those were some of my biggest tutorials, were starter bases. Yeah, this looks like a death trap, but... Oh, and more mobs are spawning just as they sit here. The longer I sit here and let these things be loaded in, I think the more that'll spawn. I like this area. Not that I want to live here. I like this area for at least the resources, but I'm not sure... maybe if we just stick to over here and let the skeletons hang out up there. That's great. Yep, that happened. Oh, we only got like 1 burn tick. Ain't no way. Please. And I'm going to try to be a little... Not... like less careful, but I'm gonna try to be a little less careful. Because I played hardcore like for so long. I feel like we haven't done a survival Let's Play like since my father passed away like 2 years ago, right? That was the last time. The CBC SOG world, which was the Cherry Blossom Cow Sanctuary of Greatness. We had like, I don't know, like 700 cows. It literally lagged whenever we loaded it in. But yeah, we haven't done like a hardcore Let's Play since like, or sorry, a survival Let's Play in 2 years. So I'm actually really excited for this. Okay, all right. No, don't. Just no. Nope. See, that almost killed me. And it was just a base level skeleton. I want to see the sulfur cave because I haven't seen one in person yet. I've seen like a few videos where people like were showing them off like a Phoenix SC video or something, but I don't quite remember like what they look like. I know they have like reddish and yellowish blocks or something like that, which is great. I mean, that could be cool for building. Some people were saying they were like McDonald's colored blocks, but I think they're a little more, I think I actually said that, but I think that they're a lot more, I didn't get any bones, I'm sorry guys, more faded. They're not like super bright like red and yellow or whatever. Man, what could be over this hill? Something good. Hopefully something good. If it's not something good, that's okay. We got all the time in the world, man. We're just going to keep on trucking. Let's get up over here. We found a lot of big caves already, which is funny because sometimes I'll spend like an entire episode looking for a big cave. We've already found 3 of them. We've technically already seen diamonds. I don't know if you could say that we've found diamonds. We couldn't mine them because we don't have iron, and quite frankly, I'm not trying to rush getting diamond tools. I like to, you know, progress at my own pace here. Is this more of the same in this direction? Because if not, I'm not opposed to going back to our spawn point and going another direction. Let's just get up on this tree and see. I mean, I'm not seeing anything crazy over there, so I'm going to go back to our spawn point. I'm not going to film it because I don't think you need to watch me walk back the place we just came from. Then I'll see you guys in just a bit. I do want to pick all these up. There's so many of these right here, and I really love these big flowers. Like, why not? Let's just get them. We'll just get them. But yeah, let me head back there. It's, you know, a little bit of a walk, but that's okay. See you guys in just a bit. Okay, well, we're back here. We don't have any food. It's been a long journey, man. We don't have any food. So maybe if we see some animals along the way, I don't want to just like kill all the local, you know, like wildlife and things. Maybe we'll head directly south. We'll see what's in this direction. We went northeast. Maybe we should go this direction then, like southeast. Or not southeast, southwest. Because we went northeast, so we'll go the opposite way. Just because there might be something over here. I do tend to like the colder biomes more. Although, you know, in our last hardcore Let's Play, we lived inside of a mountain. Go watch it. It's a really good Let's Play. Just has an unfortunate ending. I will take this iron. This is right here. I don't want to live in a cave again. I want to live in something I build maybe near something that has a cave. I'm not sure the exact plans yet, but I do know that I really need some food. So either we got to go get some fish or we got to do something. But I think we're going to set up shop in here for the night. I think that would be a wise idea. Just a little starter cave base, okay? Everybody's got to do it. Even though you could just plop your bed on the ground, we're gonna do a little bit more than that. All right, we'll use some spruce doors, and I think that's pretty much it. We're just gonna have some spruce doors. Oh, I don't have any torches. I just right-clicked because I always have torches in my offhand. I wish they'd add dynamic lighting to the game, like just, you know, by default. But I get why they don't. But you know, there's gonna be like built-in shaders soon. Hopefully we'll get vibrant visuals on Java. That would be cool. But yeah, if anything, we got a little bit of cobblestone out of that, and then a little bit of iron as well. I didn't smelt it, but maybe I should have smelted it and then waited to come back, but it's okay. I will take some more coal, because we are already completely out. Please tell me that's not just 2 people. Are you serious? How often do you find... Oh, okay. This isn't going to just be 2 pieces, right? Right? Oh, I didn't even break that piece. Are you serious? There's no way. What? Okay. I think I jinxed myself. I just need to not do that. Okay, gray sheep. Sure. And then some pigs. Sure. I don't really ever farm pigs. I don't know why. Maybe it's because in real life I don't like love pork. Like it's fine, but like I don't really eat it. So I just don't farm it in the game. That's totally the reason why. Okay, I mean, you know, that's something. It's not a lot of food, but it's enough to get us going here, because we do need something. And man, we got to clean up this inventory. It's only been a little bit of time. We've already got to clean it up. What do we not need? I don't really want to throw away anything yet. But 2 rotten flesh, we can throw that away at least. All right, let me let this stuff cook, and I'll cook the pork chop, and then I will come right back. All right, that should be enough food, I think. At least to fill up our hunger for now. I'm not going to leave this stuff. It's a little bit too far away. Well, I always like to like leave markings of places I've been. Well, look, I mean, even in looking in this direction, I feel like this is more promising because it's just like more like, you know, cold biome areas. I don't want to live in a snow area. I really don't. But maybe we'll go sail the ocean blue because I'm pretty sure, unless that's just a very large lake and I can't see the edge of it, which is a possibility, this might be a very big ocean. And I've gotten so many comments that tell me, Neo, you should go live on a survival island. And I really like that idea, but finding the right island is the tricky part. And that does look to be the ocean blue. So let's go over there. Let's see if we can find something. I don't want to live underwater again. We've been there, done that. I loved living underwater, but I don't know how I could ever top what I did in that Let's Play. That was just a special one. And that was also in hardcore. But we lived in... Did they drop leather? No leather. These are the long-coated cows in the cold areas. I do like all the mob variants. I think that's just like a cool concept. Is there a dungeon down here? No, just a single zombie. Okay, I'll leave you be. I'll leave you be. One thing I've never, you know, not that there's a lot of other stuff that isn't explained, but why are there zombies? Like, where did they come from? Like, why? Like, why are you guys, like, just chilling in the world? You know, one thing... Well, it's just one thing that's always confused me a little bit. I'm gonna make this, because I really want a bucket. Like, I really, really want a bucket. Is this another... What's down here? We got time. Anything cool? Any more iron, maybe? No, of course not. I should have fallen in here once I had the bucket. That way I could get out with a bucket. But that's okay. We have a lot of dirt extra, so I've just been using that to pillar around with. I feel like that's, you know, one of the better materials to do it with anyways, because you add to the world, and then, like, once the grass grows, I mean, you can tell that, like, someone's been there, but, like, once the grass grows, it's much harder to see. Much harder. Okay. Take this. We have to make an important decision. What can we throw out? We don't need one door. One light gray wool I can live without. The salmon, I think I gotta live without that. But I also probably just want to smelt this food too. I know I'm crazy, bro. Okay, let me get this stuff going, and then I'll come back in a bit. I feel like I needed that, and then I also want to get a water bucket. That way I can do a bunch of MLG buckets because I just love doing them. Totally unnecessary and not something you should be doing a lot of, but there's no consequence now aside from having to walk a bunch. And that for me is like amazing. I just love doing them. Not the best at them, but they're just fun. I don't know. And now that, you know, the game is more performant and is just more fluid in pretty much every aspect, I'm hoping that means... I'm serious. If you guys haven't tried 26.2, I would give it a shot. I've been pretty, you know, negative about most of the updates in the game, but like this actually seems pretty good. All right. I slept. I ate lunch. What did I eat? I ate 2... beef sticks. I don't remember what are they? They're like the new ones, that just have like grass-fed beef, and I can't remember the brand, but they're like more bougie than your regular like Jack Link's beef stick, right? You know. 2 beef sticks, so a kind protein bar, and then I'm trying to get more magnesium. I've been having some issues with my heart rhythm, and so I've been, you know, trying to figure this out for the last year, and I'm hoping maybe I just need more magnesium. And that sounds stupid because I've been taking magnesium supplements for a long time, but I'm thinking maybe they're not being absorbed super well, or I'm not taking enough or consistently enough or whatever. So anyways, I figured out that a good food source of magnesium, like one of the best, is this not actually an ocean? Or is it an ocean but a very tiny one? I don't know. We'll find out. Anyways, I think I just inhaled a piece of a pumpkin seed. So I bought these 2-pound bags, or 2-pound like little boxes, look like the Planters, like plastic box of pumpkin seeds, 2 pounds each, right? And so I didn't realize until after I had purchased them that they're unsalted. They really need salt, so I used my salt grinder and put some salt on them. But even then, it was still it was a little lacking. I like poured the rest of them in my mouth. I had put them on a paper plate, and all of the salt had just fallen off of them because they don't really have anything on them to make the salt stick. And I just poured like a bunch of salt into my mouth with like 3 or 4 of the last pumpkin seeds, and like my mouth is like on fire. I ate something too hot. There was like maybe it was a baked potato or something yesterday that was way too hot, and so the top of my mouth is already like burned. I see the village over here. That's why I'm going over here. And so that pouring the salt onto that was just not great. So my mouth kind of hurts. So, yeah, I just ate lunch, and then I cooked up all that food. So, we have a good bit of food now, which is great. Pretty sure all of the durability from this is gone from probably from getting boats. I'm not going to take for the local villagers. You know, I feel weird, especially when I'm just starting out, about going into a village and then just taking all their wheat and stuff. If I already have an established wheat farm or something, that's fine. But I feel like it's so boring. You could go in here and find a bunch of villages and get enough food to never need to get food again. Oh, that's the new baby. That's the new baby villager. It's the first baby like animal I've seen in general. This is a pretty spread out village. Is it the more village over here? No, this is an abandoned portal. Okay. Hey, don't get me. Anything in here I need? I mean, one could argue that I need the gold, but I'll take it. But like, what am I supposed to do with that? I'll take the flint and steel too. Well, what am I supposed to do with that? Hey, jeez Louise, squeeze my knees for free on Tuesday. Get out of here with the pokey berry bushes. Yeah, that was I guess a smaller village, or I just missed most of it because it's in the middle of a forest. I don't know. Either way, we're gonna keep traveling this way. Hopefully there will be an ocean. I don't know. I was hoping there'd be one and we could find a cool island. Yeah, there's an ocean. Okay. I was gonna say there's no way we got teased about an ocean and there wasn't even an ocean. This definitely looks like an ocean, at least to my peering eye. I don't see any land on the other side. And we have 32 chunk render distance on, which I don't remember it ever being that high, but I guess that's how high it is in vanilla Minecraft now, which is great. I'd prefer if it could go up to 64, you know, for those of us with 128 gigabytes of RAM. Right, I got 128 gigabytes of RAM. I'm big ball, but I got it in 2020. Okay. I didn't actually pay for it either. It was through a sponsored PC build through NZXT. So before all their controversy and stuff with their renting gaming. What were they doing? They're like renting gaming. They were doing something really weird. I thought my GPU was sagging. I was over there looking at it. It looks a little tilted, but I don't think it is. I think it's fine. I was going to build a new PC at the end of this year. Not because mine is like outdated or anything. You know, I got a 5080, but I have a really bad CPU. And the CPU socket I have does not work with good CPUs. And so I was going to build a new computer and stuff. And the build was like, it was like $3,000, which is a lot of money, right? But when this is like needed for your job, you know, it's, you know, an expense and it's something you just have to incur at some point. So I was going to spend $3,000. But I wanted to wait and see what the next generation of GPUs was going to be like. This was back when the 4000 series cards were out. Well, 6 months later, the same computer build I was going to build is like $7,000, over double the price. A lot of that's the RAM, some of it's the storage, but all that to say that I'm not going to build a new computer for a long time because this one works for Minecraft, but there's just a few things that maybe are a little slower than they need to be, but that's okay. I see a temple over there, and I'll come back if I see something cool, but I don't think you want to stare at the ocean. Another temple right there. 2 temples. Kind of close, sort of. I want to find a survival island, but I don't know if that'll happen. We'll see. I paused the game because I was exploring, and I wanted to see this together. Look at that, an ocean! Okay, well, there is an ocean monument, and there is another ocean monument there, and then there's another one right there. In fact, those two are very close. But I found a mushroom island, which are very rare, like in general. Like, these are very rare. I mean, we literally didn't even have to change courses. How many? There's one right there. And then there's like a cave down here or something? I don't want to get killed by a trident. I know already exactly what's going to happen if I go down there. Yeah, there's one right there, 2, 3. So there's like 4 or 5 ocean monuments right here. Now, I don't know if this is necessarily a survival island, but we'll see. Either way, it's cool to find a mushroom island. Now, hostile mobs can't spawn here, I believe. Which is good. But I don't know if this is like big enough. I mean, we could have like an ocean society, you know, kind of build, but this is also really tiny. How tiny is this? It might be perfect though. It might be perfect. Let's look at it. How far out does that biome go, by the way? Mushroom fields. Is it mushroom? When does it become ocean? It still says, I'm looking at the top left corner. It says mushroom fields. How far out does this go? Now it's deep ocean. Okay. So we would have a good bit of area that wouldn't spawn any mobs. But also, we're living on a mushroom island that's very tiny, right? Is this all? Is this all of it? This is all of it. You know, I really don't know. Is that another? No, it's not an ocean monument. That's just one of those regular ones. I really wish I could zoom. But there's no way to, like, maybe I could get, like, something for 26.2 to be able to zoom. Hello, buddy. He's talking to the viewers. My son. You got something to say? No. Now he's quiet. Nothing to say. Yeah, let me think on it, and then I'll come back. I really like this area, but it's very tiny. So I don't know. I don't know. It could be cool, but... I've taken the day to think about it, guys. I don't think so. I feel like this is too... I'm not getting that... Is this a unique noise? What is it? Oh, it's this firefly bush. That's nice. See, I mean, the only thing that, like, this has going for it... First of all, there's no mushrooms here, which is odd. And I don't know if mycelium spreads. I think it does if it's inside the biome, but I'm not sure on that. Yeah, the only thing it has going for it is it doesn't spawn mobs. Like, it's a cool biome, but I feel like this is too small. And yeah, survival island, like, shouldn't it be small, Neo? It's a survival island. I don't know. I'm not feeling inspired here. I'm not feeling inspired. We were going southwest, right? What direction were we going? Oh God. Well, okay, that was to the left. Yeah. We were over here, and then okay. So we're gonna keep going this way. We're gonna keep exploring the big blue ocean, and see if we can find something else. Catch and release. Catch and release. Okay, well, I'm starting to see land over there, and I don't want to see land. But I'm going in this direction. I'm also starting to see land. But this looks like maybe it's a survival island, maybe, unless a bunch of land appears behind it. Please don't. Please don't. Please. It'd be just sick to have, like, your own island and to, like, conquer it and stuff. And it looks like there's well, there's land right there. I mean, who said it has to be so far surrounded? Yeah, that's not an island. That's not an island at all. But this is the stuff that spawns, like, underwater. And we found it in the last one, too, where it spawns, like, above water. And it's very odd. But it's kind of cool. We might as well head in this shipwreck and see if there's something. But I'm talking about this right here. And I wish I could zoom in so you guys could see it. But that stuff usually is underwater. But then it just randomly can spawn above water, I guess. Or generate above water. And it's just cool. I don't know. It's just something cool to look at. I don't want to die. Oh, we can make a shovel. A diamond shovel. Get out of here. I know there's another chest, maybe, but, like, it doesn't matter. We got the best that's possible. We have a diamond. And now we have 16 iron as well. So I gotta say I'm happy about that. We could just go, like, maybe right here. Hold on, my son's laughing. I gotta go join him, bro. I can't. If he's laughing, he's so cute. Dude, babies are so cute, dude. They're seriously so cute. I just think everything's so funny. Like, even, like, silly stuff. I hear drown, but and it's weird because they can, like, survive when they're not in water. I thought that they would, like, drown. Not like, you know what I mean? Like, not like drown, but, like, suffocate because they can't breathe because they need water to breathe. Feather falling. The game knows me too well. I've got to take that. I cannot say no to that. I really, in good conscience, I can't say no to that. I don't know when we'll be in a situation where we have an anvil and we got to set up shop soon, dude. I am so... Actually, I'd rather take the dirt than the rotten flesh. For sure. Probably going to make a diamond shovel. I feel like that's usually probably what I'd use the most of. We'll check this out. Again, I don't really think... I mean, yeah, it's technically an island, but I feel like it's just part of this, like, little area of land. It's not like a... No, this is not... No, this is not an island. So maybe we won't do a survival island. I don't know. I mean, I'm not, like, completely set on anything. It's just pretty much anything that speaks to me. And it's looking like we may be traveling for quite a while. I don't know. I just don't want to do what I did in the last Let's Play where I set up an area and I kind of forced myself to play there. And even though I didn't really want to set up there, but it, like, I don't know, I guess I had an idea, but I didn't actually want to be there. Oh, it's almost an island. If this was cut off, it would be an island. It's like almost an island. Almost. I'm going to keep going in the ocean. I'm not, like, done with the whole idea of survival island. I wanted to stop by and look at this and see if, like, there was something. And there was, but not what we're looking for. Sometimes the world gives you a sign. You know what I mean? Sometimes the world It tells you something, and you need to listen. But sometimes you need to move past that and see if there's something even greater. May I present to you our 2026 Minecraft Let's Play, Survival Island. I mean, look, guys. Look, there's a lot of things in this world that we're just not sure about. We may not understand. We may not know. But you see a mushroom island like this, and you must go. There's absolutely no way, like on Earth, somebody would see this and they would just say, I'm not going to live there. No. Nope, not me. Not old me. I'm not going to live in the biggest... dude, Mushroom Islands are notoriously small, right? They're just notoriously small. They're always completely surrounded by ocean. I'm just giving you a few facts. But they're notoriously small. This is massive, dude. This is massive. This isn't just like me, hyping it up for the video. Oh, he's just saying it's big. 'Cause I don't actually know how big it is, but based on the fact that it's What just happened? Oh! I know what happened. Trident. Run. Seriously, run. I'm not just hyping it up for the video. This is a massive mushroom island. Like, they're not normally this big. Well, you know what? 3 dirt or a bunch of this. I'd really like that trident, sir, but I'd really rather not die. And, oh, there he is. You can see he's throwing him. I can't zoom in to show you. Normally I would. Dude, this is so big. But the thing is we don't have to... Oh, yes, the cows. We're going to be eating so much mushroom soup. We don't have to worry about anything. There's something so magical about a mushroom island. And I've never actually lived on one as my, main base. Does that make sense? I've been to them before. I've built a little out base on one, like an outpost base. But that was a long time ago. And I didn't live there. I just literally built it for a few episodes, and then that was that. And, it was fine. What if we build a mushroom mansion? Dude, I got some crazy ideas right now. I got some crazy ideas. Hold on, we gotta get out of this. I gotta see what this looks like. How big is this? Because it's really long, which is cool, but how wide are we talking? Because again, it's very rare for these things to be big. Oh my god, this is massive. What? Is this even possible? No, you guys want the chords, right? 3,841, 3,159. We're only 6,000 blocks away from spawn. Again, the seed is negative 91779425. Negative 91779425. Dude, how big? I'm serious. This is very, very rare. They just don't do this. This is not normal. This is what robot vacuum is. We're going to go up very high, and I'm not going to look around until I'm, very high up, okay? I'm going to make that promise to you. Well, actually, I'm going to film the whole thing. That way I'm not, cheesing you. Besides, the dirt has variety on the textures. I like that. I don't know when that was added, but... Also, we cannot fall and die. Luckily, nothing will knock us off, which is good. Okay. All right, I think this is high enough. Oh my god! What? Dude, I've never seen it. It goes further than 32 block render distance. 32 chunk render. It's farther than 32 chunk render distance. What? Dude, I actually cannot believe this. I gotta take a second. I looked it up. So Mushroom Island only makes up 0.15% of the Minecraft overworld's area, and to find one that is I seriously guys, I don't know if you understand. I'm not saying you don't understand, you're stupid or something. I don't I know I'm seeing I'm freaking out for the camera, and I'm trying to oh, this is gonna be the best Let's Play ever, but this might be this might be one of the craziest Let's Plays ever. This might be it. Well, for me, right? I'm not saying in general. This is so rare. I gotta see how big this is, because usually you can walk across them in 2 seconds, and it's just it's cool, but it's not something to freak out about. First things first, we need a way to get a bunch of bones so that we can start making mushroom farms and then growing them, and then that's our first order of business. But hold on. First of all, I'm going to put my bed down somewhere and just set my spawn point. Okay. I got to see how big this thing is. That's the important part for me. I want to know how big is it actually, because it literally went past the render distance, which is 32 chunks, by the way, which is, I mean, you know, like in length, that's 16 blocks times 32. That's 300 blocks plus, you know, like a little bit over, there's like 700 or 800 blocks, somewhere around there. Oh my God, it keeps going. Dude, are we going to find a world record seed with robot vacuum as the seed? I mean, you can type in robot vacuum, one word. Just watch the beginning minute of the video. I show the seed typed out. And I genuinely did not check any of these seeds. Like that makes it boring to me, because then I don't get to like discover things and it's not exciting. We might have actually like done like some sort of a record or gotten close to a record. And I'm sure there's someone out there watching that can maybe try to verify that for me. But like, I don't know of another seed that has a mushroom island this big. We're still going. Like let me get on this hill and then see. Surely it's going to end soon. But what's cool is this is my survival island. Okay, no mobs can spawn here. It is utopic in that manner. Is utopic a word? Utopic. Okay, there's the end. Okay, let's go back up for a second just to look at this. I'm not going to look around until I get a little bit higher up, I promise. And you'll get to see it, because I literally won't look around until I get higher up. I promise. Oh my God. I am going to explore every inch of this island. We are going to make this island the best. And there might be a giant cave there. Dude, I'm like tearing up. I'm so excited. There's a ocean monument right there. Dude, the ocean monument materials mixed in with this stuff. Oh, we're going to do some big things. Another ocean monument? Ocean. Hold on. Get down. Go. There's an ocean monument. I know I'm freaking out. Hold on, dude. Hold on. Hold your horses. I need to make sure what I saw was correct. And maybe it was because I was at a weird angle and I was really high up, but is this like touching the freaking, like, can we like feasibly, like, is this, how close? Oh my God, this is sick. Dude, this is literally perfect. How can you say this isn't perfect? How can you say this isn't perfect? Tell me it's not perfect and I'll tell you you're lying. You're a liar. Dude, it's literally right there. I'm so excited for this. I was starting to get down because I was like, man, I can't find anything that looks good, dude. This sucks. And like, the longer I keep going, the more it's like, man, this sucks. I can't find anything that looks cool. What is this? Why is this so big? I've never in all 16 years seen it. And look at this. This is literally right on the island. We could take some glass, put a big glass archway there, completely drain this thing out. I mean, that's a big undertaking, but I've done it before. I'll do it again. And we're in survival, so like it doesn't matter. I can go over there, boom, 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 bing, 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 get shot, killed, whatever. I spawn back. It was just a dream. We got to go underground. Or I'm going to go crazy. Because chances are there's got to be a dungeon somewhere around here. And we need a skeleton dungeon. That is my only caveat. If we can't find a skeleton dungeon, we have to leave this island. I'm kidding. We're not going to leave. I will find a skeleton dungeon. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's finding dungeons. Okay. We're going to do a little overview look, which means I'm just going to be looking from the top down. I don't want to get down in the ground at all yet. Oh, well, my mom was calling me. Also, my son used a straw for the first time. That's why I paused at the top of that pillar. I said I was going to go think, but really I wanted to go see my son drink out of a straw for the first time. But my mom's calling me. I got to answer. I never will not pick up for her. She was just calling to check up on me. I went to the heart hospital recently. I was freaking out about something that happened. I almost passed out. Anyways, we'll get into it in a later episode. But yeah, I'm feeling really good today, which is great. I don't have a lot of those days anymore, unfortunately. But things hopefully will turn a new leaf. Everything changes. Everything ebbs and flows. I thought for a second that was a dungeon. I was about to be lying, dude. But it makes sense that there's still like cave generation in these areas. And I need to find a skeleton dungeon that is somewhat accessible. I said I wasn't going to go like deep diving, and I'm not going to. But I don't consider this like deep diving. I just want to see, is there a little cheeky dungeon? Here's the thing too, right? In a mushroom biome, mobs can't spawn. I don't know if that counts for caves under them, which would make making a dark room spawner, in particular in an area this big, absolutely insane rate-wise. Because usually, like, a mushroom biome, like, the thing is that, yeah, you could make a mob spawner there, but they're not usually big enough to, like, warrant a large enough change to make you want to do it. But this is so big, it's all of the spawning zone for the mobs. So any dark room we build, I have a feeling is just going to absolutely shred. So even if we don't find a skeleton dungeon, which is, you know, there's a chance we don't, I'd be a little disappointed, but not a lot disappointed, just a little. I don't know if we'll ever find our red bed. Where is it? Where are you, red bed? Red bed redemption. Sorry, yellow bed. I kind of need a red bed now. Hello, local populace. How are you guys doing? I think it was around here. I mean, either way, we want to leave it there because I would rather spawn here. Like if I die or something, like I want to spawn here, obviously. So I thought it was somewhere around here. Oh yeah, no, it is literally right there. Okay, cool. Maybe I should put something here. I'm probably just gonna put a chest on. I'm not gonna live here or anything, but I'm tired of my inventory being like this. And we have so much stuff. Let's go ahead. Let's just do a little like impromptu crafting thing over here. There's no trees, but I'm perfectly fine with spruce wood. In fact, that's like preferential over other types. I really like spruce wood. We'll put this here. And again, I'm literally going to put like most things up. I don't like need the boat. I need the food and stuff right now, but I'll take like a little bit of dirt and a little bit of cobble in case I need to build something. Probably actually put up all these, and we're just gonna make a full set of iron tools since we're already cooking through our stone stuff so quickly. Shovel, sure, and then a sword. But yeah, that's like a really cool part is that I can just like walk around this thing, and I don't have to like worry about mobs, which is like great in its own right. But that also means that like at night I can dungeon hunt. Like I can dungeon hunt always because I don't have to like. This is just sick, dude. Like I've never found a mushroom biome that's this big. I don't know. Have I said that enough? I'm kidding. I am gonna sleep though, just because it's better for you guys to be able to see. Oh my god, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. This is. Oh. Okay, we gotta find a skeleton dungeon. We just have to. I mean, we don't technically have to, but I really need to. So I'm gonna look around. I feel like I want to keep filming this because it's just so exciting. But I am gonna keep looking around. I don't want to build a house until I actually have some means of like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to like build a house until I know that I can get a ton of mushrooms very quickly. And we, like I said, we can always do a dark room spawner. That's that's completely fine. But I don't know if mobs spawn underground in a mushroom biome. That's like one thing I don't know the answer to that. I would imagine not, but I don't know. Is there one right here? I'd prefer one closer to the surface, but if you want to have one down here, that'd be great too. Maybe there's like a giant cave system under this island. Yeah, I mean, so far I don't see any mobs, but also, you know, there's a chance that they just haven't spawned. We're still in mushroom fields. Yes, we are. Cool. I gotta say that, dude, this new version of the game is like, it's smooth, dude. It is very smooth. I don't want to find one too deep. I'm sure that in this giant area, somewhere below it is gonna be one. But I really want to find one closer to the surface. And I know that's super picky, and they're already like, they're not like super rare, but to find one that's like what I'm looking for is pretty rare. So I'm gonna try my best here. But also, can mob spawners spawn mobs in a mushroom area? I don't know. There's a chance that it just won't work at all. Like the dungeon will not be able to spawn mobs because it's in a mushroom. I don't know. That's gonna be tricky. Because if it doesn't, that'll be a little. I mean, I guess disappointing is wrong. That'll be surprising because I don't know. It's just something I didn't know. I guess. I don't know, dude. There's so much discovery about to happen. Please, there we go. No, don't fall. There we go. Cool. Not the quickest way to get out, but definitely the least invasive. All right, well, I'll look around. I feel like we've been walking around yapping about the Mushroom Island for a while. So if I find it, we'll come back. I mean, or I'll just come back if I give up. One of the two. Okay, I did Google it. They will spawn mobs, which makes me very happy. And also, since biomes are now like volumetric and they're not like just a 2D map, like where it's like, you know, this biome is exactly here and everything below it is the same biome, there's a chance mobs will still spawn really deep. But that doesn't mean that if I build like an old school darkroom spawner that it will absolutely just go insane, which would be ideal if we can't find, you know, a cheeky little skelly dungeon somewhere around here. There's going to be one somewhere. It's just we're going to have to look in like every little nook and every little cranny. And I guess there's not... I mean, there's a reason to light them up to like signify that I've already been there, but I don't have to worry about mobs spawning here. I could just live out in the open. If we had found this in hardcore, that would have been more of an advantage, right? Because we don't have to worry about dying from something stupid spawning in our area, but maybe phantoms can still spawn. I would say that's probably something you still have to worry about, even in these beautiful, beautiful biomes. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like one of these little sections I'm like turning around at and not going into is gonna be the one that holds the key, man. A double skeleton spawner. That would change our lives forever. That would change our lives forever. I might actually go in here into sound settings and I might turn on closed captions. I don't usually play with those, but if I see like skeleton bone noise or something, you know what I mean, pop up, then I know that somewhere there's a dungeon. So we can comb this entire thing because like literally there's no way for mobs to spawn here, at least at the close to the surface level. Oh, block break. I thought it popped up. I was like, no way. So we'll find it at some point. I won't leave those on. I know there are people who are maybe like who can't hear very well and stuff, but I don't know. That's one thing I can't. It really bugs me to have it in the corner. I don't know why. It just I don't know. For some reason, like text over here in the corner doesn't bug me as much, I guess, because I'm used to like server stuff and things, but yeah, there's just something about it. I can also turn my sound all the way up. I feel like walking around with like a metal detector right now. You're actually not going to believe this. Do you hear this? Okay, I'm gonna give you the chords. 41923525. I guess I don't need to type it out. Or wait. 41 wait, what was it? 41923525. 41923535, right? Am I an idiot? 3525. Whatever, close enough. Okay, these are the chords. These are the chords. Do you see the captions? I was just walking around. I was literally about to give up. And this is like pretty close to... I think we had stopped and we were like over there. But I figured like this is such a big area that there's got to be something here. I don't know where it is. I just know that there is one here because it's impossible for... And I can't skip the night. But okay, well, I do know where it is. And it's literally Surface Dungeon. I cannot explain to you how perfect this was. I needed this, dude. I needed this so bad. Like, I needed this to work out. I needed this so bad. So we have one skeleton dungeon here. We'll go ahead and just mark this. Okay, that's one skeleton dungeon. I'm going to keep looking, because I feel like I'm on a roll at this point. But we're, of course, going to go in there. I just don't want to, like, die. But, I mean, if I die, it's, like, not a big deal. Is there anything else in here? Is it just, like, a big cave or whatever? It's just this one spot. But, I mean, this thing's going to be, like, max efficiency. Dude, I cannot explain to you how happy I am right now. Oh my god, dude, this is literally perfect. Like dude, I love dungeons so much. I don't know why. Okay, let's break into it. I mean, I know it's a dungeon, but like let's just take a little look. Oh yeah, she's dungeoning. She's dungeoning. No, get out of here. I'm gonna die. Player hurts. I saw that pop up in the corner. I don't know where that is. I'm gonna sleep. Actually, no. I don't want to sleep. Okay, it's the bed. I legitimately do. Is it right there? I mean, we'll find it. I just want to get my iron tools back. And I think I'll keep the captions on until we're done with the... maybe I'm getting used to them slightly. Dude... Where was that? I feel like it was over here, but like again, I don't know. But it should be the only source of light. Yes, it's right there, right there, right there. I know you guys can't see it, but if I zoom in, see the torch right there? Maybe you can see it. It's kind of hard to see, but it is there. I swear to God. Let's go get our stuff back and hopefully not die again, but there's a good chance we just die again. Which, like, is okay if we do, but I just think it's funny. Sorry if you hear a leaf blower. They're spraying my lawn for weeds at the moment, I believe. So I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. Hey, wandering trader. How do you do, man? I just saw him spawn in and then instantly become dark. Or because it's dark, instantly become invisible. But little does he know, he doesn't need to be invisible here. This is the safest land. This is a utopia. Okay? This area is very utopic. Again, I don't know if that's like a word. But it sounds like it should be, doesn't it? Right? Okay, nothing should spawn. Please. Okay, did we get our pickaxe? No. Please, I need the pickaxe. Oh, okay, we did get it. Okay. Oh, torches, 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 torches. Okay, we're good. I literally, like, I'm in disbelief that I just found a skeleton. Like, I mean, I'm not, like, in that much disbelief, but it is a very, like, good sight to see. And pumpkins and... Oh, no, just pumpkins. Pumpkins and beetroot, which is nice. Should we break it? I'm just kidding. We're not going to break it. Okay, so we know where one is. I'm going to keep looking for more. Not because I'm greedy, but because what if we find a double dungeon somewhere? You know what I mean? Like, what if? What if we did? And literally, it's so easy because there's no, like, false positives with this. It's just, like, caves. Like, it's just, you just have to listen for caves. I know my sound was probably really loud there. I am sorry. I'm going to just turn it back down. I didn't even find them because I found them because of the captions. I didn't even hear. I saw, like, footstep skeletons or something. But yeah, let me keep looking. We'll see if we can find even more. Like, no luck so far. Well, I mean, we've already been so fortuitous. I'm just saying no more luck with dungeons. I found a really cool area. I really like this area. It's got, you know, oceanfront views, which is, I guess, cool. Whatever. There's also... Dude, is that another one that's literally touching the island? Yes, bark, bark, bark. There are people on the lawn. Oh, it's water flowing. Dude, like, what is the... Like, this is so beautiful, these little, like, hills and things here. Like, I didn't even know Mushroom Biome's gonna have any of this stuff. But I do think they hold, like a torch to the old kind of terrain gen. I don't think they were updated in the same way the newer ones were. Let me see if I can see what's going on over here. It's kind of hard because it's dark, but there's another ocean monument, but it's, like, right next to this other little tiny mushroom island. Like, what is going on over here? Can I see this? Yeah, I mean, that looks exactly like what it is. So it's not actually that impressive, but it's just cool to see. All right, well, I'm going to keep on looking. Why is there light over there? Did I put a torch down? I can't really see it. I don't want to fall off this mushroom. All right, well, I'm going to keep looking. Guardian shoots. Why are they already shooting? Why are Guardians shooting and I'm not even close? Maybe they're not shooting at me. Maybe they're just... Maybe that's their movement noise. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to keep listening. I guess I'm not even looking. I'm more so, like, listening for what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to say that. I'm going to keep listening. Okay. I'm hearing a spider hiss, so it's either one of two things. One, a spider dungeon, which, I mean, meh. But it's still nice to have, like, a spider dungeon. Or it's a spider spawner in, like, one of those temples. Or not temples, dude. Sorry. In one of those mine shafts. I don't know which one it is. I don't see a way to, like, access it. I briefly looked around, but so there is something here. And I guess we'll just, like, I don't like know where it is. So maybe we'll just dig into the hill and it'll be in the hill. I don't know. There's not really a way to, like, know. So we'll just keep going. I guess I could go until like, it changes direction or something. No, it definitely sounds like it's below me. Yeah, 100%. But it's still close enough to the surface that it spawned when I walked near it. Like it spawned mobs when I walked near it. So this is like really cool. I didn't know you could find, like, dungeons so easily. I mean, I just didn't, like, think about it. Why did I jump right in? Gotta admit, that was, like, really dumb. Why is there's so many spiders? I'm trying so hard to click. I'm dead. I'm dead again, but it's okay. I was just literally right over here. But I have a feeling there's no way I could just go over there and get more, like, I have a feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, Well, they shouldn't be there, but I did put a torch down, but that torch was a little bit too late. So maybe they won't be in there anymore. I also don't know exactly. Is this right? Is that right here? I think it was this direction, but I honest to God, I cannot tell. Did I just run the wrong way? I feel like I did run the wrong way. Hold on. Let me go back to the bed. I know based on the bed's orientation which way I need to go, but if I get away from the bed, I have no idea where I am. Like, this biome is pretty hard to navigate just because I'm not used to it, and it also looks like very similar in a lot of areas. I just don't want to lose my full set of iron tools. Yes, I was running the wrong way. It's this way, right? Well, no. Yeah, no, it is this way. It's that way. Because, yeah, I put the bed down and I was going to sleep. And then I ran that way to see how much bigger this thing was. It's over here that the spider dungeon is, I think. I'm saying this with like a... I'm going to give it a 50-50 shot. I'm going to give it a 50. Yes, it is. Okay, I see the torch. It's hard for you guys to see. I mean, it's hard for me to see, but it's like it's literally right there on my crosshair. Okay. And again, nothing should have spawned. There should be some sunlight in there, and also there's one torch equivalent of light. So as long as we go really quick, there may be still a spot in there that's too dark. Yeah, like over here in the corner. Give me the torches. Where are the torches? Okay. Any good loot? I will take the bones. I need those, actually. Thank you very much. The rest of the stuff, I mean, we might as well just take it out, because we'll probably do, like, you know, a string farm at some point. Cool. Okay, so we have a spider dungeon. That's 2 dungeons in the first episode. Okay, so you can't say it's a double dungeon, you know, episode, but it's still 2 dungeons in the first episode. That's cool. To me. I think that's very cool. I'm going to build a little staircase out of here, and then I'm going to keep doing the same thing because I want to really find a double dungeon, ideally, because that's good for enchanting, and also because it's just like a... I don't know, it's a big thing. So I hope I can find one, but yeah, I'm going to keep going, and I'll let you know if I find anything else cool. Okay, well, we're just over here near, like, this edge, and somehow I missed this. There is a massive cave system to explore at some point. I'll go in it briefly. So this is lovely. I mean, like, we need these areas. Like, dude, this place has literally everything. I thought I just saw a dungeon in the corner. I wouldn't consider these surface dungeons. But the other one I found is definitely like a surface dungeon, like, for sure. Also, I need iron armor. I don't know why I'm shying away from picking up all the iron on the ground. I'm not doing the whole ages thing. I really just I'm gonna stick with iron for a long time. I'm not gonna rush to get diamond, but I'm also not gonna, like, just avoid it. I guess I could have mined the diamonds I found a little bit earlier, but whatever, it's okay. I have no wood on me, so I can't make the armor. Is this a very, very large cave? I think so. Based on the fact that I'm seeing fog in the corner of my vision over there, I think it might be very, very large. I'll briefly look in there, but I don't want to go exploring right now just because I want to stick to the mission that I was on. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say, I mean, this still says Mushroom Fields, and there is literally no mobs in here at all. Which also makes me think that if I build a darkroom spawner, nothing's going to spawn. I just kind of had that realization, like, yeah, there's nothing in these big dark areas. What would be different if you built your own big dark area? Duh, like, it's not going to spawn anything. So you need to have a dungeon spawner, which is fine. That was only a plan B if I, for some reason, could not find, like... Sorry, I know it's dark. That was only a plan B if I couldn't find any dungeons at all, but we've already found 2. Spiders, I really hate building, like, farms out of because they're just kind of, like, tricky to do. But, you know, if we had to, we had to. It wouldn't be the end of the world. But I need the bones because if I want to make, like a mushroom mansion or something, I also need to find some wood types that mix really well with, like, you know, the mushroom blocks. So the stalk is, like, white, and the inside of the stalk is, like, kind of like a tan color. And then there's also... like red, and then the, like, tan, like, caps for the tan mushrooms, the brown mushrooms. So I think spruce would fit in pretty nicely, and it has, like, kind of like a witchy vibe. You know, you use a lot of dark woods and, you know, a lot of, like, greenery in your builds. I feel like we could do something pretty cool. And I'm not trying to just build, like, a witchy hut or something. I want to build something unique, something that makes me think fungus when I see it, and makes me want to, you know, eat some mushroom spaghetti. That'd be kind of cool. What if that was a... Okay, so it looks like at a certain point... Oh, yeah, dude, look, there's... Ooh, I see a little mine shaft, but I see mobs down there, which means that at a certain level, mobs will spawn. That's good to know. That is, like, very good knowledge to have. I like that I can have easy caving, at like a decent depth like this, which is great. But I really like the fact that I still get a challenge if I go really deep. So it's like almost like you're playing on peaceful, and only if you choose. So I hope you guys play along on this seed with me, by the way. I think this might be really cool. And hopefully we'll be able to like uncover every little nook and cranny and every little secret and find everything cool here. But we know there's a mine shaft. We know there's a giant cave over here. We know of 2 dungeons so far. I'm not sure how much better it can get. I mean, I'm sure it can get better. That's just so cool to see, like the mushroom pop out like that. All right, well, I'm going to keep looking. If I find another dungeon, of course, you'll see it. So let's just keep exploring. And if we find anything cool like this again, which I'm sure we will. This is a pretty big area. Honestly, guys, I'm not trying to look a gift horse in the mouth here. I feel like we've already gotten a good, like, situation given to us here. We grinded for this situation. We swam across the ocean blue, okay? This took it took like 25 minutes of in the ocean. Like, let's be honest, it wasn't that long. I'm gonna move this stuff. There's some things in here I want to take, like the iron, the diamonds, the coal. Some things I want to leave here. It's just I want to start like putting things, like there's some things I like don't need at all. Like I'll take the feather falling with me, the food, the saplings, of course. The sugar cane, sure, and then the actual wood might be nice to have. The rose bushes might be nice to have. And these are all things obviously we come back for. Like they're not that far away. It's just I'm gonna set up camp near the spawner because I feel like that makes sense. Like I don't know why I just like living near like mob spawners. I feel like that's maybe not a good idea for like a hardcore world, but we're not in hardcore, and even in hardcore, having like a spawner inside your house is just sick. Like it's just cool. As long as you don't get too annoyed by the noises, which sometimes can be the case. I think it was over. I mean, I know it's over in this direction. I just don't know how far it was over here. Hopefully I didn't break that little cobblestone pillar I had built up. I know it was near a hill. That's not very helpful, but actually it becoming night is very helpful because then I can see my little torch wherever it is. I swear it was, is it not just like right over here? I thought it was a lot closer to my bed, but apparently not. No, it's right there. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't find another dungeon, but I didn't look on the entire island, guys. I mean, this thing is huge. Like, right? You gotta give me credit where credit's due. Okay, if I was exploring this entire island, I would be. I'm sorry. I should cut out a sneeze, but some of the sneezes, they're so sudden. I need to cover my nose, and that is like the hand I would click the stop recording button on. So it's like difficult to, you know what I mean? So I do want to dig out the area that's under this. I think for now, what I'm going to do is just find a nice little mushroom. Actually, find a nice little mushroom and make a little home. Okay. I don't know what mushroom is going to be my home, but one of these is going to be. I have a good feeling about this mushroom right here. We're going to name this mushroom. We need to get a horse here, which I just realized is going to be a whole ordeal. What should we name this mushroom? We're going to name this mushroom John. So for anyone out there who's watching and their name is John, congratulations. Your mushroom, or sorry, this is your mushroom that's named after you. I'm sure it's a fairly common name, so there's going to be a lot of people that are like, oh my God. He knew I was watching and he named his mushroom after me. Yes, I did. That is exactly what happened. Yeah. So you don't have a ton of room in one of these, but like you got everything that matters. I think what would make more sense rather than putting them on this block is on the half slab below it. So go on this ladder here on the side, just click. There we go. So it hangs out the bottom a little bit, but you also get like way more space. And then probably putting a trap door at the top. So not the biggest house in the world, but guys, we just started out, okay? This is everything we need and nothing that we don't. I don't know where we'll put the crafting table. We'll figure that one out later. Yeah, we do need a crafting table. We could honestly just put it on the ceiling, like up here. Okay, and then have, if you want to do things like this and you're afraid that they look bad, don't be afraid that they look bad. Just make them look good. Okay, so go over here and boom, put it on like a little hanging shelf. So now there's a hanging crafting table right there. And then we can go ahead and start to put things up again. So there's nothing in this immediate inventory that I really need right now. And this is not what I mean by living in like a mushroom house, by the way. I hope you know. Like I'm going to actually build like something proper, I swear to God. This is not what I meant. But this is part of it, okay? This is part of it. Another thing you need in your house, probably some furnaces. Furni, as they're called. But yeah, this would be like something I would have built in like an old like survival tutorial, if that makes sense. Like a very like tiny little just whatever. And it's cool because it fits everything you need and nothing you don't. Maybe not everything you need, but let's say most of what you need if you're a very specific player. Let's go grab some glass. And luckily, we don't have to worry about anything like killing us. We could just run right over here. And it's the middle of the night, and it feels like I'm playing on peaceful, which is sick. Now, I'm never going to take and make things look bad, so whenever I go and get like some sand or whatever, I'll go like deep into the sand. I just need like probably 12 pieces so that I can make some window panes. I can do it. I can do it. 11, 12. No, 12. I need 12. I need 12. Risky for the biscuit. All right. Dramatic much? Jeez, dude. You barely even took 1.5 hearts. Now, I think... Oh, hold on. What is the difficulty set to? Where even is that? Options. Is there no difficulty setting now? Hold on. Save and quit to title. Single player. Edit. No. Well, what difficulty is this? Wait, create new world. What did it... Oh, it just made it normal difficulty. I mean, that's fine. I'm not, like, upset at that. It's just, that's kind of stupid. Can I really not change it? World options. Oh, difficulty. We're going to put it on hard for sure. Yes. Okay. So difficulty's hard. That's what I wanted, just so that it's harder. But I don't think it makes that big of a difference, but I guess that setting was moved at some point. Now, does mycelium spread back? That's going to be my big question here. I'll put down a torch there because I'm curious to see if the mycelium spreads back or not. I have a feeling it doesn't, which makes me very, like, wary? Very wary to break. Wary? That doesn't sound right. I don't know. One of those words. I just don't want to, like, start modifying a bunch of the terrain and then realize, oh, crap, this stuff does not spread back. That just doesn't sound good. Okay. So we'll have this. We probably need to start growing some wood. Well, we can do that in a bit. I just need some slabs, but I don't want to make too many. I want to make just enough. Okay, so that's like one window, the other window. Oh, we had 20 ones. Brother. Don't say it. Don't say it, because I'm saying it to myself in my head. You idiot. But it's okay. And then maybe some fence, but I don't really know. I'm not gonna make a ton of fence, and I think I might have had fence in that other chest. So that was a little bit silly, but it's okay. All right, I'm gonna wait until there's 6 in here. I think you kind of have an idea of what I'm gonna do. I'm literally just going to put down. I love this house, by the way. Like, this is sick. We need to set our respawn point. That's actually a good idea. Otherwise, we would have had to travel 6,000 blocks and would have had 6,000 blocks to remember why you should always set your spawn point. And then we'll go on the outside of this, add little like window things. And it should be nice and pretty. Yeah, wow, we did not even need 12. You get 16 per. Dude, this is the sickest little... I love this. Okay. All right, we'll go down here. I almost like don't want to like change anything else about it. I don't know. Maybe you could do like this and then have like a stair at the bottom or something, just so that it looks like it's a little bit more... We don't have any more wood, do we? But we do have this, and we have this. And these combined equal wood. Let's get some. Okay. I don't want to destroy the mycelium. Brother. Come on, man. Couldn't have been... All right, we're going to get 2 bones. If it doesn't go in 6, then we have a problem. Also, we do not need the torches in the offhand. Okay, wow, that took way too many. I just don't want the... Dang it. Maybe that happens whenever the tree grows, I'm not sure. But I didn't want the mycelium to go away. But I guess we can go check on it. But I don't think it's been long enough for it to, like, come back. Okay, so it did come back. Okay, so it does spread again. Okay, good to know. That means I can, like, flatten out an area, you know, and make it still look good. I was worried that if I flattened out an area, it would just forever be not flat, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we'll put like a stair under here just so it looks like it has some sort of support. You know what I mean? I mean, not really. If I had some mud, I could throw some mud down here or something, but like, I don't have that. We'll put like a stair here, and I guess we could do like the same thing here. Couldn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to make it look like it has a little bit more support. Sure. And then I wanted to go on the sides here and put these slabs. Now, this might be a little unnecessary, but it could make it look a little bit more, oh no, like there's someone living in it, right? Now it is a lived-in mushroom. It does look a little weird. I feel like it needs something else besides just the slabs. Which I guess, can I put these all down from here? Yep. And then it's kind of tricky, but you can. Okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that necessarily. It definitely needs a little bit more. Do I want to just go up one with them? I think I want to go up one with them. So let me tear these down. Okay. And then, dang it. So I'm sweating the small stuff because this is our first little tiny base. And we need more fence. And we technically can make more, but I don't think we can make enough. Can we get lucky with this? Make me a lucky man. Dang it. I'm never going to get lucky with that. I don't know. The game hates me right now. It's like, you know what? You're going to use all the limited bones you have. What happens if you bone meal this? You can't. You can't bone meal it. I was going to say, does it grow mushrooms or something? Oh, the next one, of course. All right. Well, we're going to make a little bit more fence, and then I'll make this make a little more sense. I didn't want to say that, but this looks better, but it's like, you see what I'm saying? Put a fence there and then a stair upside down under it, and it'll look a million times better. Been there, I've done that with many other builds, and I see it, and I know that is exactly what it needs, so it should be good. So this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, I don't want to make too much because I keep making too much of things, and I don't really have the means to pay back my wooden debts here. We do not have the means, so we'll put one. Oh, geez. Wait, what did I do? Yeah, what did I build this one back and then put it in the wrong spot? I definitely did. I literally put this back. I did that on camera. You guys are probably, wait, why'd you break it and then immediately put it back in the wrong spot? Probably didn't make much sense, but it's supposed to be like this. There you go. And then you put a fence here and then the stairs, right? Does that make more sense? And, you know, that you might say, okay, well, that adds a lot of bulk, but we have this to support the bulk. Does that make sense? There we go. It already looks a million times better. All right, guys. Well, I think you know what time it is. And yes, it is unfortunate, but I do think it's probably about time we end this episode. I don't want to scare, people off and think, oh my God, my videos are so long, I can never watch this guy. I think episodes about an hour to 2 hours are pretty standard for me. If I'm feeling real good and it's real special, maybe you'll have a 3 hour, 4 hour, 5, 6 hour. We've had 6 hour episodes before. But this is a cool little starter base. It's not my favorite build in the world, but it's something to wet my whistle in terms of building. Okay. Is that a bad thing to say? I don't know. Let me look that up. Yeah, it literally means to quench your thirst. I don't know why. I was thinking maybe that means something. It doesn't, but no, it just means to quench your thirst. But anyways, I do really, maybe that could be cool. Connect it like that. Yeah, I like that. Maybe like a fence. No, that's too much. We're doing it. We're doing a little too much with that one there, but maybe this is a little better. Sure. But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you're new to the channel, you want to subscribe, that would be amazing. We've been trying to hit 1 million subscribers for like literally, I think 5 years. And it's perfectly okay if you don't subscribe. I'm not going to be upset, but it would be a little silly. If you watched it this far and you think, hey, I might want to watch this guy in the future, subscribing doesn't guarantee that it'll serve you my video in the future. But it does mean that it has a higher chance, like a higher likelihood of it recommending it to you. So I really would appreciate it if you would consider a subscription. But again, if there's not something you want, you don't got to do it. Nobody's forcing you, man. You do what you want. You do what makes you happy in life. Don't let anyone tell you different. Unless what you want to do in life is dangerous and impedes on other people's happiness, in which case, then don't do that, because that's bad. You don't want to be a bad person, right? I hope not. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. We got so many things to do, dude. I can't. Look at this. Look at this. I can't believe it. Oh, and before I end the video, there is something I do in every single video. It's called a secret code, right? So I'm going to put this in the chat. Okay, well, it's okay. We're just going to make it my usual one. It's 0893. So put that down in the comments below if you want to show me that you watched the entirety of today's video. And again, what that'll do is it'll confuse new viewers of the channel. They'll go down in the comments. They'll be like, why is there a bunch of random numbers? And we've done this for years, and I just think it's really fun. So if you also want to show me that you watched the whole thing, it's cool. You got to watch it to get it anyways. Unless you cheat and scroll down in the comments, but like that's not fair. But yeah, secret code is 0893. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. It'll probably be like 2 to 3 days between episodes. It just depends. Some days, I'll have a bunch in a row. It just kind of depends. But I like to let people watch at least like the first episode. So I usually have anywhere from like 3 to 4 days between episode 1 and the next one. But I'm going to try to make this the next 100 episode Let's Play series. We're going to do our absolute best. And I think with this being a biome I've literally never lived in and haven't done a whole lot in, I think we're going to make that happen. So this is going to be pretty exciting. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.